Hey everybody, and welcome to week 7 of class. This week we have a lot of different things going on. Obviously we have new content that we're going to be presenting and providing to you this week. And this would include a overview of the post-war of 1812 period known as the Era of Good Feelings. During this time period, the United States became very nationalistic. We began to feel kind of like a first-rate country. We had just vanquished the British, and there's a lot of patriotism and nationalistic pride that's coming along with that victory. Although there weren't many spoils of war, this sense of a strong nation and a strong nation state did accompany the United States. The War of 1812 also contributed to the dismantling, if you will, to a short extent, of the political system, only in the sense that it destroyed the Federalist Party. At the very end of the war, right before the Battle of New Orleans, the Hartford Convention is held, and the Federalists are basically anti-war, and they come out with a series of demands, which actually came out after the Battle of New Orleans. And because we won the battle, people were very patriotic. And the Federalists really looked like they were disloyal and very much like traitors, tyrants almost. And so their entire party sort of dismantles. And so part of the reason why the Era of Good Feelings is called that is because there is only one political party. At this point, it is the Democratic Republican Party. That is the party of Jefferson. But as you will see, many of the Democratic Republicans begin to act like good Federalists. They become much more nationalists in their approach to society and government following the War of 1812. And so we're going to be kind of looking at that time period. We'll also be looking at the Monroe Doctrine, which was a significant piece of foreign policy issued by the United States, and the Missouri Compromise. Both of those actually, well, rather not both of those, but the Missouri Compromise really sort of underscores the fact that this really wasn't an era of good feelings. And we'll talk more about that as we get into this history. But for the most part, this was a time in which the United States began to grow economically. There's an industrial revolution that's going on at this point. We'll talk about that at a later date in this course. But just know that there is a market revolution beginning to develop, industrial revolution beginning to develop. So lots going on. A couple things you do need to know about this week is that your discussion board for this week, you only need to post once. By Thursday at 11:59 p.m. And the reason for that is because you have your first voice narrated assignment or presentation due this week. And so I don't necessarily want to double you up with assignments on Sunday. So make sure you get your first discussion board post in by 11:59 p.m. And then you can get your voice narrated presentation in by Sunday. The directions for that are located in the course shell here in Canvas. I've also sent you a message of those last week. I sent you a message with those directions in it. So make sure you select one of those topics and really do as much as you can to answer the question in kind of a voice narrated presentation. And however you want to use that and do that, you can. Lots of students use different software to get that assignment done. So you have full reign here. One thing definitely I would make sure that you don't do, though, is don't put in video clips that then you use to really cover a lot of breadth of information. I want to know what you know. I don't necessarily want you to find a video that then explains things. This doesn't mean that you can't include clips in audio files and music and stuff. It's just really I'm looking for you to really teach me about this subject through the question. Okay, so that's what we got going on. That assignment, the voice narrated presentation, is due by Sunday at 11:59 p.m. And I'm looking at my notes here. It looks like that's pretty much it for this week. So if you have questions, contact me, let me know. Otherwise, as always, go in peace, be warm and filled. May the force be with you. Live long and prosper, and may the odds forever be in your favor. Have a blessed week, all.